What's going on, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. James Run Good Life coming back at you. Yet another video. We're not opening anything today. We are doing a financial recap of my last few series of Optic videos. This is everything that I received in my breaks from the Walmart Restock, from the 90 Cellos, and also the 6 retail boxes. A lot of you guys like to hear kind of my analysis and, show my big hits and also my financial analysis of how well I think I did. All in all, I spent about $3,000 on all of that. And I think I did pretty well. We're going to go through the hits and kind of talk about the price, current market value of some of these cards. Maybe as you're watching the video, the prices have dipped a little bit. So I know I don't intend to upload this for about a week or two. So some of the prices may be a little low or even a little high, depending on where the market is currently with Optic. As more of it rips, I think that supply is going to exceed demand on some players, and that demand is going to exceed supply on others. I do think that the market is currently struggling with the value of hollows. It doesn't know whether or not they should be worth more, the same, or less than Prism Silvers. I think the sentiment is Prism is king, but I think a lot of people are coming to grips with the fact that these hollows just look better than some of the silver prisms. That's my personal opinion. I think that last year, if you look at the numbers, you'll see there's far less PSA 10 hollows of Luca than there are silver prisms. So I think the market is really, really struggling with that right now, and it's going to be very interesting to see if Optic takes over Prism. I don't think this is going to be the year. I think they are very close right now. And then I don't think Select is going to overtake either one of those. I think Select will always be number 3. Select coming out, I believe, next month. Maybe at the end. I did see that first off the line Select is going to be available soon. So let's go ahead. Let's talk about the big hits. I got 5 really, really nice hits. Obviously, the Zion Hollow was in the very last video. Came out of one of the retail boxes. Currently selling for about $600. This one's super clean. Might consider sending it off to PSA. Otherwise, I'll be looking for the full 600 market on that. Purple was also in that video. This is hovering between 150 and 200 depending on the day, basically. So I'd be looking for around the medium there, the median there. Really nice hollow LeBron. Again, looking for about 150 to 175 on that one. Current market value. It's just a LeBron hollow. Last year was technically his rookie year for Lakers uniform, if you will. But these are just going to remain hot. This is a really good card, and all the parallels are going to do well. All of his Prism stuff from this year does well. Morant, my house, out of one of the retail boxes, is numbered to 85. It's not a purple, which it looks really close to. I'll be looking for about $75 on that one. And a Hashimura pink rated rookie auto numbered to 25 that we pulled out of a blaster, or out of a cello rather. This is 8 of 25, it's 7 of 25, one off his jersey number of 8. That would have been a nice little premium, but looks ultra clean. Again, I'm not much of a grader, but I do have a PSA submission coming up, so this might be one that I'd consider sending off to PSA. So before I get into these, I do want to show you guys these. This is basically a complete set of Blue Velocity. I'm missing about 11 cards, but I do have a Jaw in there, as you can see, and a Zion as well. I have some other Zions too. I've hit multiple of these cards out of we did all those Cellos, so we're bound to get very close. I was actually surprised that we're 11 cards off. Should be able to sell that between $400 and $500 once I complete that, and I'll just wait for those cards to appear on the secondary market somewhere on COMC or an eBay seller that has multiple, because I don't want to be getting multiple. I don't want to place multiple purchases. I want to try and get a bulk deal on that. So these are all of my duplicates from Blues, and these are so there's some pretty good players in here, but nothing, there's a Steph and cards that'll sell. Damian Lillard, there's cards that'll sell in here for a few bucks, but I'll probably just lot these out, to be completely honest with you guys. I think I actually fine sorted these, so that's why you're seeing some of the repeat players. So yeah, these are all cards numbered between 1 and 10. So that's kind of what I'll probably do with that. I'll probably end up lotting that out. And then over here, you have your purple and hollow. I've kind of the same thing, more veteran stuff over here. So I have all my purples over here that I've sorted them out, got all my purples. followed by all of my hollows. These are like players who do well. Some of these cards are worth like a couple bucks here and there. Best place to sell them would be COMC. But I'm going to focus on selling the top-loaded and the middle, the soft sleeve stuff first, the rookie stuff, before I start sending this stuff in. Because I do know that COMC is going to get a lot of it. So there's a chance that I just might not do that. And I might just lot this stuff out as well. These are all just veterans. You know, Russ Westbrook, Rondo. I mean, some of these cards are worth $1 or $2. Some maybe even $3 or $4. But for me, I'll probably just lot them out to somebody looking to build sets. These are actually, I'm going to probably actually hold on to these. I might try to put together a full hollow set, or at least a veterans. These are just more veteran hollows, you know. Guys, you know, okay, guys. Lonzo Ball, first Pelicans card, so be interesting. Brandon Ingram. You know, these are just good, you know, Paul George, but they're not going to blow the roof off the place. SGA, first Thunder uni. So, again, these are cards I'm just going to hold on to for a while. Same, and back here you have the purples. A lot of purples. Same thing, I might cherry pick these, send some of the nicer guys over to COMC at some point in the next few weeks. But, again, COMC will get a lot of that stuff, and purples aren't super hot. So, if anything, I'll probably maybe send the hollows if I decide not to put that set together. So, this is all just nice stuff, you know. It's not gonna, you know, set the world on fire. It's not gonna be the main source of recouping some of that money back. But you know, it is, you know, a lot of people just think it's garbage, or right? They just put it in a box and forget about it. But you know, there is more of a market for this than there is for, you know, base veterans, you know, just base cards. Which I have a whole 3,200 count box of that I'm not going to show you. Also not here, I'm not going to show you my rated rookies with the exception of the Zions and the Jaws. I have a giant 2-row shoebox full of those. I would say probably about 1,200 to 1,300 rookies overall at this point. I think I'm at the point where I'm between 10 and 15 copies of any individual rookie. Those are cards that I want to hold on to long term. I really don't want to do anything with them. I just kind of want to keep them, stash them. I did the same with all my Prism breaks. I just have the majority of my base rookies, and I sold the stuff that I didn't want. I'm also holding on to stuff, so, you know, I'll go through these cards with you guys, and I'll tell you, I really don't want to give away too much who I'm holding. You've probably heard it in my breaks. PJ Washington's a guy who I don't want to sell, for example, but there's a few others who I'm not looking to sell. And that's just kind of, you know, everybody has their guys, and I have my guys, and, you know, I don't want to get into it too much. I don't want to become a prospecting channel or anything like that, or I don't want to give people bad advice or say I really like this guy, and then you guys hold a guy, and then, you know, it doesn't pan out. So, don't really want that to happen. So, let's go through some of these top-loaded cards. These are all of the blues from the retail boxes, and I believe this is this is an orange number to 39. Splash number to 149. A LeBron Hollow, these are selling for like 15 bucks, so if you have them. Same thing, Luka, my house, about 10 bucks. It's in the hollow form, not the base form. This is a lime green hollow, my house, about 40 bucks. Kobe White Blue, my house, I don't know what that's worth yet. I haven't looked up comps. Also a Zion Purple, my house. And then you get into, let's go back here, grab some more stuff. These are my dupes. I actually pulled 4 LeBron, so I have 3 extra LeBron Blue Velocity, hovering between 15 and 20 bucks a pop. Again, more numbered stuff. Just a LaMarcus Aldridge, probably about a $3 or $4 card, nothing crazy. And then hit my Pelicans checkerboards. Again, checkerboards are super short print, so if you get a good player, like a Luka, good vet player, obviously you're going to do well. Rated rookies are obviously going to be the key. Player like Lonzo Ball and Nikola Jokic, maybe about 10 bucks a piece on those. Kawhi Hollow, this is his first card in a Clippers uniform, so these are actually selling reasonably well. Probably about 10 to 15 bucks on those currently. Luka, second year silver. These are doing between 30 and 40 currently on eBay, so if you hit one of these, this is one of the better veterans to hit for sure. Probably actually the second best veteran other than LeBron. Come in here are my autos that aren't Hachimura. So Bruno Fernando Purple, this might be a card that I would just hold on to. You know, Bruno doesn't have a lot of hype this year. I don't want to sell a card like that low. Kendrick Nunn, I actually hit 2 Kendrick Nunns. I hit a purple and a hollow. The purple is going for about 60. The hollow is going for about 75. It's probably a fair price. You know, they're not the rated rookies. They're sticker autos, non-numbered. Alan Smolijic, another guy kind of in there with that Bruno Fernando. Like, he's playing. He's very up and down. So, again, that might be a card I might sell. I might hold on to. Dumbaya, I wish I would have had this card last month because it was worth a lot more. But Brzezikis, Gary Clark, Sammy, Ricky Davis, Mariel Shayok, and Max Strauss. Those are cards that I will sell on COMC probably for a few bucks. Let's go to the 2 cards that are the bane of my existence. Nico Melli and Nickeil Alexander-Walker, my 2 rated rookie checkerboards, both from the Pelicans, both had my heart jumping out of its chest when I was revealing them, thinking that I might have hit the Zion that's worth about $4,000. As it turns out, Nickeil Alexander-Walker is worth about $100. Nico Melli is going to be about a $30 card right now. I'm probably going to sell both of those and never see them again. Get into some of my rated rookies, so Hero Purple. You get into the hollows, though. I'm not sure about the value of these right now. Like I said, the market is really trying to figure out where hollows sit amongst prisms, silver prisms. But I did hit some nice ones, some Hashimura, some Hero, RJ Barrett, Darius Garland, Brandon Clark, Brzezikis, PJ, who that one's staying with me. I have a second one of him, actually. Gafford. You know, I hit 2 Thibulls, so those are some of my better silvers, and some of those will get sold. Some of those I'll hold on to. Just depends. And then let's go ahead and put those back. Here's my other blue velocities. These are my better rated rookies. Jaw and 2 Zions. You guys saw one of the blue velocity videos where I hit the 3 Zions in the very first video of the series. Very strong start to the series. So Jaw is currently selling for about $70. Zion selling for about $150. So, I mean, it's $375 right there, about 10% back of the cost of entry for everything I spent right there alone. So I should have probably led with those with the top-loaded cards, but why not? We'll just throw them there because I do want to show you this big giant stack of Jaws and Zions. So I think I counted 14 Jaws and 12 Zions. So these are my stacks. And then forgot about that. My KD from Signature Series, that actually wasn't from the series, but I still just have it. So we'll set that back there because that doesn't really count. But I mean, I have 12 Zions. These are selling for $40 a piece. So even if you say $30 a piece, if you buy them all, that's $360. That's another 10% of the break. You guys know me. I love Zion. I hit the 101 black from Prism Draft, but I'm probably going to end up selling about 10 of these and keeping the 2 best centered ones. For me, Zion's just really high right now, and the odds are that the Pelicans aren't going to go far in the playoffs this year, so there's going to be that dip in the offseason. So for me, I expect to actually buy a little Zion in the offseason, but for right now, I'm pretty much a seller on Zion just because the prices are so crazy. And then same kind of thing with Jaw. They're actually competing for a wild card spot, so maybe with Jaw, I'd sell half of these and just hold on to half. You know, he's a guy that just the market's really high right now on him, so same thing. I have 14 of them. Maybe I'll sell 7 of them. You know, it's $30 a pop or whatever, 25 a pop. So that's kind of the top loaded stuff. And then you get over here. This is what I call my quote unquote COMC stuff. This is stuff that I know in my heart of heart that is I'm gonna send to COMC immediately. These are good cards to sell on COMC, singles anywhere from $2 to $10 that will sell reasonably fast. So start off, you have all these My House Zions. Those will always do well. Anything LeBron, especially the purples and the hollows, will sell well. Some of the better purples of the My Houses, you know, Trey, Giannis, RJ, those always sell. Same thing with the splashes. These these have done reasonably well. I've already sold a few of these on COMC, so just there's a veteran inserts. You know, I showed you the inserts earlier. Here's the ones that I'm without question gonna put in my COMC account rather quick. I'll probably use the 1 week current year select service, so I'll pay 60 cents a card to get these listed. Damian Lillard, you know, this will sell for a few bucks. Same thing with these purples, a couple Lucas, a couple Treys. Those will sell, definitely. Worth it for me to give COMC 60 cents to list those into my account. Come over here checkerboards, just more checkerboards, you know, more Giannis, Reggie Jackson. This is numbered to 25, so you get in here some of the blue velocities. I have another Luka, I have a Kawhi, a Giannis. So that's definitely COMC stuff. I don't want to be selling that myself on my own eBay account or anything like that. I just want to get it out quick, cheap, you know. So sell it. Here's some of my silvers that guys who aren't too great. These are some of the guys I might actually consider holding. I do like Thibault a lot. So I might consider holding him. I've held very little of his stuff, but get in here. These are my rated rookie purples. Again, a guy like KZ maybe I would consider holding. It just depends. It just depends how I feel when I'm going to send these to COMC for sure. Kevin Porter is another one I might consider selling one and holding on to the other ones. Nunn is a guy I'm 100% holding. I think his stuff is stupid low right now, considering he has no Prism card. Optic is his first appearance on a Panini card. I think he might have an instant card, but getting here to some of the pinks. This is also stuff that I'll probably move because in the off season, when COMC starts to get more of this stuff, for example, they'll be getting it through like the basic service, the slower service. Supply will exceed demand in the off season, and I'll probably be able to scoop up the players I want in quantity for much cheaper than I sold them for initially. So, kind of playing the stock market there. And that's kind of my mentality, you know, when I break, I'm looking for the big hits, you know, and I'm looking to create content. I'm looking to have fun with you guys. There are players that I'm looking to hold. Like I said, I'm hoping to hold my entire box of rated rookies. That would have been bad. I'm looking to hold my entire box of rated rookies, basically, and then there's a few players that I'm looking to hold as well. But I am looking to sell quite a bit, you know, rip and flip, you know, that's kind of the mentality here. But yeah, that's kind of my thing, you know, if I can break even, if I can provide you guys with good content, and if I can hold on to maybe 10 to 15% of all the cards I bust, I'm really, really happy. I am keeping like a full base set of Optic. I'm keeping a full insert set of all the inserts, just the base ones. I might actually consider doing the holo and the purple as well, because I can probably do that at this point with all the Optic I've bust. But yeah, that's kind of the mentality behind everything. Overall, when I was doing some numbers, and even after like the fees, you know, the 10% that you pay when you sell on eBay or COMC or something like that, you know, if you sell on eBay, you're looking at 3.5% PayPal plus 10% eBay fee. If you sell on COMC, you're looking at a 5% transaction fee and a 10% cash out, so you're at 14.5%, plus your listing fee of 60 cents a card. All that factored in, I see well over $3,000 worth of value here currently at market value. Now, that's assuming that I can sell everything. I will be pretty aggressive with the stuff that I want to sell. That's kind of my mentality. I don't always look for top dollar. So, you know, I said I want 400 for this Hashimura, but if somebody offers me 350, I'd probably take it. Same with the LeBron. You know, I said I wanted between 150 and 175. I would take 150 on it. That's just kind of my mentality. I like to really churn through cards quickly. The cards that I don't want, you know, I don't want to hold on to cards. I think that when you get married to cards that you are trying to sell, I think it's bad. I think it's bad to keep too much money tied up in cards that you want to sell, but don't want to sell unless you receive X. The lone exception for that for me is my Zion 101 Black. You know, where I'm looking for a certain amount on a high end card like that, and just pulling it and the whole experience with it. Yeah, there's some sentimental value there too. But for this stuff, you know, I've really enjoyed busting Optic. I've really enjoyed being able to bring you guys that content. And there are players I'm keeping, but a lot of this is gonna get sold. That's just kind of what I like to do in the hobby. Like, that's what I enjoy in the hobby, and that's what's great about the hobby, because you can do really what you want to do in the hobby. There's so many people. There's set builders, there's player collectors. I'm a player collector for like Mitch Haniger, for example, for the Mariners. Baseball is where I player collect and do that. Basketball is kind of the rip and sell and flip and that whole mentality for me in the hobby anyway. So I hope you guys got something from this video, got some value, got some understanding of the mentality of what goes through it when I'm doing all these videos. And I hope it's been useful for you. But yeah, I want to let you guys know, now that we're at the end of this video, the Optic is not done. I don't want to spoil it for you, but I believe I have about 5 more Optic videos on this channel, and then, unless I find Optic in the wild, I am absolutely done. I promise. That's going to do it for this video. If you enjoy my content, please consider liking and subscribing. Otherwise, we'll catch you in the next video series. And thanks everybody for tuning in. The comments, the love, the support, and the views has been overwhelming. So much appreciated, YouTube. Keep it real. Till next time, I'm out.